guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. Now I got a comment on my Kylie Jenner video from Mega Lavender Rose. Let me grab it, get it up. Saying, I find you look like Kaya. I can't pronounce her surname, so I'm not going to butcher it, but I'll leave her name here. You may recognise her mainly from playing Effy in Skins. I know she's done a lot of other things since then as well. Maybe you can recreate a look from her, a more heavy one from when she was playing Effy, or a lighter one she wears as herself. So I was having a look through Kaya's Instagram to see kind of what looks she wears and stuff. And she does actually do quite a few heavy eye looks herself anyway. But I was trying to find one different from Effy and do an Effy and Kaya look in one video. And actually I found a look I really liked of Kaya's, which was quite a smoky eye. And it's not too dissimilar to Effy's, but it's a bit more... So Effy's got obviously that grungy, smoky eye, whereas this one's a bit more of a refined smoky eye, a little bit of shimmer. So I thought I'm going to recreate both of those looks, so an Effy versus Kaya. So they are kind of, like I said, deep, smoky eyes. But it's interesting to see the contrast between the grunge style and then the slightly more refined style. So I really hope you will enjoy this video, and if you're interested then please keep on watching. I'm going to start off with Effy's look first. So I've looked at Pinterest, seen quite a few videos. There's some variations throughout the show, but I'm just going to do, obviously inspired by the look, and just do quite a nice tight liner around the eyes, and then just go ahead and really smudge out to get that more grungy feel. I am going to start with skin first, and obviously she's playing a teenager and she's got very light makeup on her skin, probably not too much at all. So I'm actually going to create a BB or a tinted moisturizer type product first for the base. So I'm going to take my Milk Hydro Grip Primer to begin with, pop some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take the Lily Lolo Cotton Cream Foundation. I'm going to swirl that in the pan and then mix it into the primer on the back of my hand. So this is just going to give a tinted version of this product, so it's just going to give a light coverage to the skin. Then just go in with my Hint Beauty Conceal and Light just to pop a little bit under the eyes and on my blemishes as well. And then all I'm going to do is add a little bit of blush to the skin, because like I said, she is playing a teenager, so she's not going to be having a lot of makeup on. So just to add a little bit of flush to the cheeks, I'm going to add some blusher. This is my Nip and Fab palette. I'm probably just going to take this shade just here, it's like a pinky tone, and just give a flush to the cheeks. Yeah, so the eyes are quite heavy for the character, but obviously, yeah, the skin is very light. So that is all I am going to do to the skin. Actually, that's a lie. I'm just going to do a little bit of powdering down the centre of my T-zone using my 100% Pure powder. Now, she probably doesn't really have too much to the brows, but she has got quite naturally nice big brows, so I'm just going to do and also quite arched at the sides, so I'm just going to try and recreate that the best that I can. I'm just going to thicken mine up slightly and just make sure this bit, like the arch, is quite defined. So as always, going my ABH palette first. Yeah, hers are quite fluffy as well. And then moving on to the eyes. I'm actually not going to prime my eyes today. I think it's going to help with that grungy feel to the eyes. I don't want to blank out and have a neat canvas or anything like that. So again, the eyes are actually going to be very simple. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to take a black eyeliner pencil. This is from Nabla. It's their Velvet Line eyeliner, and this is in the shade Bombay Black. So it's quite a nice creamy one, which will help with the smudging out. And all I'm going to do is wrap this around the entire eye. So right into the inner corner as well, because she has that as well in the waterline along the bottom lash line and just really wrap it around the eye. I'm not going to wing it out or anything like that, just right tight around the eyes. Okay, so I've lined my eyes right around. It's not neat at all, but that's the whole point. It doesn't need to be neat. So now what I'm going to do is take a pencil brush. I think would be a good thing for this. Pencil brush. And I'm just going to start going back and forth over it, smudging it. So I'm not really bringing it up at the moment. I'm just going ahead and smudging it out. And I may go back in with some more liner. So actually the bottom bit I am going a bit further down just to add a bit more smudginess to that lower lash line. Just like that. Okay, so I definitely feel this is getting very close to what Effy has in the show. So this may not be exact, I'm just going to do my kind of take on it and my version. Okay, so I've smoked out quite a bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in with the eyeliner and just re-intensify the deepness right around the kind of perimeters of the eye. So I probably won't smoke this bit out, but I just want to make sure right around the kind of wrapped around the eye is quite dark. Okay, and so to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in with mascara and just layer up the upper and lower lashes. Okay, and then for lips, she doesn't really have anything on her lips. There's a slight pink tinge, but it's all very natural. So all I'm going to do is, I really wish I had a lip scrub, but for some reason I don't, because I wanted to kind of bring out kind of the blood circulation in the lips and kind of leave it there. But what I'm just going to do is take some of Antipod's South Pacific Coral, like this, and just very gently dab onto the lips. Okay, and that is the Effy portion of this video done. So very, very quick, very grungy or very smoky deep on the eyes, but like I said, very quick. Minimal products needed really for this, but it is quite cool, and it definitely, I feel, definitely looks like an Effy look for sure. So I really enjoyed actually doing this one. Might be one of my favourite looks I've actually done, weirdly. But yeah, I really like this. So I hope this is the Effy portion done, and I really hope you enjoyed. Now let's move on to the more refined Kaya version. Okay, so on to the Kaya version. So I'll leave the picture on the screen here. As you can see, this was done by Van Makeup NYC. But it's definitely still smoky. It's got that black wrapped around the eyes, but it's been slightly more refined and softened with the brown, smoking it out. And she's also got that pop of, like, it looks a bit like either a blue or a silver shimmer in the center. So it's still got that smoky feel, but it is definitely a bit more refined and a bit more in-depth, I guess, as well. So that is the look, and slightly more on the skin than obviously in the Effy one as well. So that is the look that I'm going to do for Kaya's. Just I think it's interesting to see the kind of contrast between the Effy smoky look and this smoky look. So I really hope you enjoyed this portion of the video too. So I'm going to start off with skin. I'm going to go in with my Hint Beauty Concealer in Light and use this as a foundation. I'm not going to sheer it out or anything like that. I'm not going to go in heavy, but I'm going to use it as my usual foundation. Okay, I'm going to set the skin using my 100% pure bamboo powder. The skin doesn't look particularly glowy and it doesn't look particularly matte. So I'm just going to go for a light setting kind of around the T-zone, and then also lightly set just the rest of the skin. Okay, then I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzing. So taking the Lily Lilo Sculpt and Glow Contour Kit, taking the sculpting side, and just do it to lightly bronze up the skin. She's definitely got some definition around the perimeters and stuff, but it's nothing particularly heavy. So I'm just going to do a light layer of this. And then she's got a nice kind of, it looks like a pinky peachy blush. So I'm just going to dip back into the Nip and Fab palette again and just take a mixture of these two and give a nice blush to the cheeks. It's slightly more kind of further back and higher up than in the Effy one. With the Effy one, I guess it was just to make it look like kind of natural blushing on the skin. This was a bit more kind of, not defined, but a bit more strategically placed. But again, it's not something particularly heavy still. And the picture that I'm using, it's only a face of her forward, so it's a face forward picture I'm looking at, so I can't tell if she's got a highlighter on. She definitely hasn't got anything down the centre of her face, so I'm just going to leave it matte and no highlighter. Moving on to brows. Again, quite similar brows. They're very kind of nice and thick and fluffy, and then she has still got that defined arch. So I'm just going to try and recreate the brows from the previous look, because they are very similar. Okay, so I am going to prep and prime my eyes this time around, so using my Lily Lola eye primer. So for the palette, I'm using the Urban Bible palette, and I'm going to use mainly Sabia for this look. I'm going to take it first of all on quite a fluffy brush just to build up. So this is the Luxie 205 brush. And I'm just going to start building this on the lid. So mainly in the crease. It can go a little bit on the lid, but the black's going to go there. And then just building it up. And it is slightly winged out as well, which is quite nice because I do like a winged out look myself. I'm just popping this down as kind of a bit more wash to begin with, and I will build up. So let's get the shape I want first. I'm also going to take that shade and just run it along the lower lash line. Okay, on that same brush, I'm just going to wipe off the excess. I'm going to go back into Sabia, the first brown we used, and then softly go over these edges, just to soften it slightly. Especially the lower lash line, because I don't actually want to bring it that far down, so I might go and conceal it and tidy this up. I'm going to go ahead and now line my waterline and tight line with the eyeliner I used in the Effy one, so the Nabla one. I just want to find a silver to put into the inner corner and a little bit onto the lid. And I don't really have many silvers, but I found in my wet palette by Colourpop, there is a silver just here called Thickums. So I'm going to use that on a small flat brush and just pop that into the inner corner. This is where it adds like a bit of fun to it. It's definitely, I'm going to go lightly with this because this is very pigmented and very creamy, which is why it's so beautiful. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe off a little bit of that and then just softly drag it, because she's definitely got some that's kind of dispersed onto a little bit. Just get a concealer brush and tidy up under here a little bit because it's not quite so much low down here. I'm just going to load up my lashes with my Lily Lolo Big Lash as always, and then come back and do the lips. Okay, and then just to finish off is lips. So it's just like a nudie toned lip, very soft, not heavy. So I'm just going to lightly line with the soft nude from Lily Lolo because her lips aren't heavily defined, but I'm just going to add a little bit of something. So just soft like that, and then I'm just going to dab a little bit of Lily Lolo's Birthday Suit over the top. And that is this look complete. So like I said, it's still smoky like the first look, but it is slightly more refined. It's kind of more placed, there's more going on, and obviously the pop of shimmer is the big difference in the inner corner. And then the skin wise, again, is slightly more perfected, there's more going on again, and a bit more of a lip. But like I said, it's still quite both kind of similar in a way because of the smokiness to it, but I just thought it was a fun way of doing like an Effy smoky eye versus a Kaya smoky eye, and I really like this one. This is quite a fun look. I love them both, to be honest. So thank you so much to Mega Lavender Rose for suggesting this video. I think this has been a lot of fun and I've really enjoyed doing it. I hope everyone else has enjoyed the video as well. Let me know which one you kind of not prefer, but which one is more you? Are you more of a grungy, messy, smoky eye, or do you like the kind of more refined, a bit of maybe pop of shimmer on the lid kind of smoky person? But I thoroughly enjoyed doing both of these, so thank you so much to Mega Lavender Rose for this idea. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave any requests for future videos down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.